Hello, ladies and gentlemen, those in between and beyond. Future Thief back in Gran Turismo Sport, and it's already off to a bad start. We are in the 20th spot. This was a weird day. So I was obviously supposed to stream this race. You're probably not used to seeing me not on the screen, but there was a thunderstorm and our power went out. So I was not able to stream, and I had to do a later race. So I ended up qualifying third, which wasn't great, but you know, at this point I'm starting to feel pretty good. I'm going okay. Stream had to get cut, but we can still have a good race, get some points here. There was about 109 points for first, 100 points for second, and something like 90 points for third, so I was excited to get some points up there. That is not what happened. Starting off here, we get a decent run on the Porsche. We're going to get to know this Porsche very, very soon as he twerks in front of my face, attempting to, I don't know if that's like I don't know where he learned that. And then the laggy boy in first place, we saw him go into the dirt, do a little rollback, and then do a second rollback, and now he's back in front. So already I guess you can kind of see the level of buffoonery that is in this lobby and that we're going to be seeing for the rest of the race. I'm not a huge fan of this track. Most of the fake fictional Gran Turismo tracks that the designers have made are pretty good. This one is kind of an exception to that rule, mostly because of this corner right here. So the way you take this corner is you dive onto the rumble strips, you cut in, you kind of throw the car a little bit, and then you have to get on the gas as soon as possible because otherwise you'll miss it. So you don't really have much control through that corner. You have to kind of throw it in there and kind of catch it on the way out. And that's going to become a problem pretty soon, as we're going to see. So, decent first lap. Could have been better. Probably should have gotten the Porsche on T1 there. And I think if we had been a bit more committal in T1, maybe this race would have been different. But you see me switching to the fuel map. That was because I didn't do any practice because I assumed it was just a sprint race. So this is just me checking on the fuel and me going, yep, it's a sprint race. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about fuel. I don't have to worry about tires. I just have to race. Go to the end. Which doesn't end up happening in the way that I wanted it to. The Corvette behind, getting pretty close. Actually really close now. I don't know why I was so slow for these first couple of laps, but that's just how it was. And again, coming through here, brake, and you just kind of throw the car up that hill and try to catch it. We end up getting a really good run through here. Lift. A little too much speed through there. So we lose a spot, but it's not the end of the world. We can definitely come back from this. At this point, I still felt like I had the pace. I was just kind of getting back into it because basically, as soon as the power came back on, I set everything up, made sure everything was on, made sure nothing was corrupted, and went and recorded this race. So coming into T1, braking just past the 100. Getting a decent run. Corvette in front making a little mistake. Yeah, it's weird. There are some corners I like in this track. Like I really enjoy T1, and I really enjoy this bank right here. But the third sector of this track kind of ruins it for me, and it just ends up being a track that I don't like. So coming up here, we're about to see my day go from bad to worse. So The Porsche, I don't know what he's done, but I've been shunted onto the dirt. There were 4 cars involved in that, and somehow I got the worst end of it. So now we're down into 8th, and I actually want to go back into the replay and kind of show how that happened from another angle. So you can see I'm coming through here, and again, remember I told you this is the one where you just have to throw it in there, and I could just get shunted into the dirt. No penalty for anyone, by the way, at least not yet. And man, neither I or the Lexus could have moved at this point, so I do not blame the Lexus for what happened. But I do not understand what this Porsche is doing. And he's parked himself right on the apex, exactly where I need to be. And the Lexus from behind just kind of seals the last nail in the coffin. So you owe me, John. However, remember how I said that somehow nobody got a penalty through all of that? Well, directly after that, coming through here, put a little tire on the dirt, got a little off balance, 1 second penalty. That whole shenanigan with the Porsche, no penalty. I get the right rear off in the dirt, 1 second penalty. So this is me attempting to drive back as the Porsche makes a really dumb dive on the inside. I don't actually know what the plan was there. And more people just kind of going off because, hey, this is what a B lobby looks like in Gran Turismo Sport, I guess. And now we're going to attempt to make it back. So power went out. We didn't get the greatest qualifying, but it was okay. And we went from 3rd to 9th. We have a 1 second penalty and probably the worst Porsche behind us to have a 1 second penalty on. As you're about to see, I take my penalty, and the Porsche capitalizes by putting a tire in the dirt. So now we're in 10th, which is awesome. Somehow, no penalty. No penalty. I even check as I'm passing them to see if no penalty. Cut the track completely, no penalty. Not even a single little bit. So I don't know what that's about. Skipping forward now to the final lap, you can see we made it up to 5th. Unfortunately, nothing interesting happened. It was more just people spinning out than me passing them. But look who's in front of us. John the Porsche. And you can see we're gaining on him. I was gaining on him for about laps 8 through 12. And man, if there was voice chat in this game, I would be on there telling him, you give me 4th place. I deserve 4th place after what you did. Because right around lap 5, I had pace. You can see off to the side there. I even have a 126 in there. I had pace. I was flying through the field. Unfortunately, none of the overtakes were interesting to look at because they were mostly people spinning out and me just kind of going past them. So yeah, we end our terrible, stormy day in 5th place. Definitely not the best position, but I'm going to be honest. It could have been worse. So I'll take it. Still a good chunk of points. What was it, 88 points? Yeah, still pretty good. So make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more sim racing content. Stay safe out there, guys. Cheers.